Harris here with Wildlife Addictions Outdoors, and with our good friends from Invite. We got Brian, we got Bobby here. We're going to talk a little bit to you about when and what you need to plant for your food plots this year. I think a lot of folks, they need a lot of education. This is a little bit of a new science for most of us hunters. Guys that have a little bit of property, we're trying to bring some deer in, we're trying to get them to have some good traffic. We want to make sure our herd's good and healthy, and these are the guys that help us, our deer doctors. They're helping us figure out what we need to put where and when. So if you guys want to talk a little bit about a couple of products that I'm actually going to use this year, take it away.
Okay, first of all, we'll talk about our perennial food plots. We have a perennial Extreme mix here. This is one of our top mixes. The variety in here is the key, with the plants working at different times of the year, and then you have some longevity in here where you get, with proper maintenance, you're going to get 3 to 5 years out of this with your mowing, your overseeding, slash frost seeding type deal, where you're just going to broadcast your seed over the existing food plot, and you're going to do that now in March. This is the time of year you want to do this. The snows and the rains will soften up the top layer of the soil, and these seeds are small, real fine and hard, so they'll set. Once the conditions get right, then these seeds are going to germinate and come up, and you're going to have a pretty good solid food plot just by overseeding what's already existing there. That kind of fills in the gaps where the deer are going to wear these things out over the winter time, because they'll be in here digging and trying to get this good nutrition that these food plots provide. Okay, so that's the start of, from now through the summer, they're going to be feeding on vegetation. Good high protein forage is going to be crucial at that time for your birth survival rates, your antler growth, and your body weights. The chicory that's in this mix is known to put on excessive body weights, and testing has been done on pen animals such as sheep and whitetails. It's been known to cause them to gain 6 pounds, 6/10 of a pound per day.
Oh wow!
When they're taking this in, so they're getting a lot on at the time when they're growing their antlers through that 210-day antler growth cycle. So that's a real important to have perennial food sources. If you take out on a scouting trip right now, where you're going to find the most deer sign is wherever there's greens. If it's natural greens or if it's the greens that you've planted. So protein's real crucial at this time of the year.
Excellent.
That's probably one of my favorite mixes to plant, for a simple reason. It's 365 days a year they're going to hit this plot. And a lot of guys we hear when they come to these shows, I don't need to plant anything, I don't need to plant anything. I got corn and soybeans. Well, you got corn and soybeans for about 3 months out of the year.
Right.
You know, but corn's great, it's carbohydrates, but it only works usually in the winter. What do you have, now? This plot's up. The chicory will be your first thing that pops out of the ground. This is what your antler growth starts right here.
Sure.
When the antlers are falling off, the new ones are popping through. This is what you need. High protein, high calcium food plot. It's going to help out that antler growth.
Excellent. All right, so this is where we're headed now. We're going to go through our summer. We're headed into hunting season. What should we be using then? What makes the most sense then?
Right, well, during hunting season, we're going to say towards the August time frame. We've done some weed control by maintaining and following the proper label instructions, by mowing these food plots. And this clover, the way it'll shield everything off, it'll start to choke everything down. There's weeds there, so you want to maintain and follow the maintenance instructions here. Now, we've done all that. We've got our plots maintained in, say, mid-August, towards the end of August. We're starting to get into that antler hardening period. These bucks are coming out. Their racks are full grown now at this time. Then they're going to be their diets are going to start to shift into that carbohydrate mode. That's where we're going to go into a couple of fall type mixes. We've got a good timber opening carbohydrate mix here. It'll grow in some shade as well as a regular food plot planted in a fielded type environment. So very versatile mix. Grows well in poorer soil conditions with a pH level of say 5.0 to 6.5. It's going to perform well in those conditions.
You know what, and that's something we were just talking about. That's something that's really important. A lot of guys think they can go out, spend some money, just broadcast their seed, prepare the ground, and wait for rain and hope it grows.
Right.
Now, it doesn't work like that, does it?
It doesn't.
No. You got to prepare that ground properly, just like a farmer does. You got to invest. You got to do soil tests. You got to make sure that the pH balance right, or nothing's going to grow there. It doesn't matter if you've got the most premium seed like you guys have, or you bought something at the 5 and dime. It's just not going to work that way.
I mean, this is probably one of our easiest mixes. We turn guys on that, say if it's their first time they've ever want to plant a food plot, we try to turn them on to this one because this is something that's going to grow pretty much about anywhere. If this doesn't grow, and there's something wrong. It's not going to grow. It takes 4 to 6 hours of filtered sunlight, where most of our other products takes full sun. So this is something that if you have a honey hole, you got a select cut area, walking path. We like to put these in our little honey holes where you get in there. Bow hunters.
Hide in the woods.
Right there.
South-facing hillsides where you get the sun to come across. Something in an environment where you can't get equipment in there to do some work. You can get some growth there. So it's important to sweeten up that hunting spot as much as you can.
The guys that get excited when you see 2 weeks and they come back on that food plot and it's up to 4 or 5 inches already in 2 weeks, they're excited. You know, when the hunting season comes around, it's about 12 inches tall, and now these deer are just starting to mow it down. So it's a great plot that it's quick. Something that you're going to be hunting off. It might be a plot that you only plant maybe 30 yards by 30 yards wide. So it's something where you can get in there. Nice thing about food plots is, if you go out there and put corn out there every day, you're contaminating the area. If you put that food plot in one time, it's a done deal. You don't have to get back in there till hunting season, and that's it, you're done.
Excellent. Thanks, guys. So there you go. We've got some stuff that's ready for hunting season. Something that's going to get us started right now, early spring. So we got our products. We're ready to go. I'm going to plant these too, so we'll keep showing you on our website and on our Facebook page how they look. Hopefully, I'll show you a picture of a big monster buck I killed over one of these 2 plots. So thank you.
Well, thank you, Dirk. Appreciate it,
guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.